You all will have to forgive me because I'm going to have to wear my glasses, and I know that there's a reflection from the computer in my lenses. But if I'm going to read these, I'm going to need my glasses on. Okay, so apparently the idea that I am black and not a staunch supporter of Black Lives Matter or some of the other organizations that lend themselves to equality for blacks, I guess, doesn't sit well with some people. So rather than write this out, I decided that I was going to try to get used to making these videos. And I know my hand shouldn't be moving because I just read a book on how to make a good video for YouTube, but oh well. So let me read some of the responses that I've gotten and my answers to those statements and questions. I'm disappointed that you have taken your gifts and not used them to speak about the plight of your people, black people, in the U.S. Well, let me go ahead and clear that up real quick. I am black, but my people happen to be American first, American second, and American third. You see, for me, part of the challenge that we're having in this country when it comes to race relations is we want to spend way too much time talking about he's white, I'm black, therefore there's a difference. How about we start looking at the similarities? How about we start talking about the fact that our humanity is the basis for which we should be having some of these conversations? That's just my perspective, okay? I recognize that I'm black. I see it all the time. I also know that I'm considered a man. So because I'm a man, I should somehow discount transgender or women or any other that doesn't fit my biological scheme. That's how I see this. It's the same thing. So when we start trying to determine our value and our worth based on the color of our skin, it's the same thing as reverse racism. That's how I see it. And that's not going to change because you send me some nasty emails. This is one of my favorites, though. You do know that you're not white, right? Yeah, I'm aware. What's wrong with you? Do you really hate being African American so much? Call yourself whatever you want, but you're African American. I thought I covered this pretty well in the post that I put up, but apparently I wasn't clear. Never been to Africa. I can pretty much assume that my ancestors came from Africa, but I cannot tell you from what country within Africa they came from. Sorry, Ancestry.com didn't have anything for me, okay? All of my ancestors that I could find were from the United States, were born here. I realized that my cultural ancestry might come from Africa, but I personally was born here in 1965, so that makes me an American. Sorry. And just because the color of my skin would make you want to think that I'm African American, that's on you, not me. You're an effing traitor. And I think I'm going to close with this one. When you call me a traitor, or when you call anyone that you disagree with a traitor, you're part of the problem. It's that simple. You are part of the problem because what you want to do is you want to line everything up so that it fits how you think the world should be. What I'm trying to do is talk about inclusion. I'm trying to talk about the fact that we have enough crap going on in this world without people walking around going, well, if you ain't black enough, you ain't black enough, which means you ain't black. You's a traitor. Wrong answer. And people will say, well, why did you use that language? Because I know who sent this message. I know who sent this message, and I know that's how they like to defer things. I know that's how they like to behave. I know that's how they want things to be. But when you say things like you're a traitor, you're part of the problem, plain and simple. That's it. Hope you guys have a great night or a great day, depending upon when you're seeing this. And again, I'm Chase Murphy. Yeah, Kid Rocks.